All right. So you knew we had to talk about it.
Yeah.
I gave you time. I let the world speak. We're going to play a little bit of this interview, press conference that Jerry and his son, Steven, both had. We'll listen to a little bit of it, get his logic on why he traded it, if there is any logic whatsoever.
Yep.
And then I'm going to let you take the floor with this one. Obviously, this is a big trade for you. I think you got a decent defensive tackle in Kenny Clark. But obviously it's tough. So let's play this and we'll get your feedback.
An area that we had a big concerns in on the inside of our defense. Let me go beyond your question. First of all, I want to tell you that I really like Micah. I appreciate the 4 years that we've had him here, and he's a great player. And so we are very appreciative of the fact that he's a great player. There's no question that I could have signed him in April. And so we all know that to have agreements, all parties have to agree. But this was by design. I did make Mike an offer. It wasn't acceptable, and I honor the fact that it wasn't done in the way that he wanted to do it through an agent. So he was made an offer. There's not an ounce of vindictiveness. There's no bad feelings on my part about the fact that we didn't come together.
He's sitting here and he's like straight. You know, this has been the problem with Jerry Jones for. I mean, the documentary on Netflix. I don't know if you've watched it, but
A little bit.
His ego showed.
Can I just say I liked him in Landman? He was good in Landman.
Yeah, all right.
That's about as much as Jerry Jones as I got. I mean, he made me. I cried a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Landman isn't reality though. Reality, right, is his ego is way too big, right? Now, here's the thing. In the documentary, right, Jimmy and him started having issues because Jerry wanted more credit for his role in the trade that got those draft picks from the Herschel Walker trade and the drafting of Emmett and Troy and Michael Irvin.
Right.
And he wanted more credit for it, right? And he even said when he bought the Cowboys and he took Tex Stram's job, I'm going to learn this on the fly. So you mean to tell me that a guy with absolutely no understanding of the football world and the professional football world, I should say,
right,
just came in and suddenly he knew, okay, I need to draft Michael Irvin, who played under Jimmy Johnson, right? Troy, who was the consensus number one quarterback at the time, Troy Aikman, and then Emmett Smith. Right, Emmett Smith was like a shot in the dark. They liked him, and they moved up a couple of picks. I think it was from like 22 to 18 to draft him. Okay, Jimmy Johnson was literally the brain behind everything, and Jerry didn't like that he wasn't getting enough credit. And all he wanted, if you watch the documentary, was that he wanted to own a team. He wanted to be able to build a team and do it his way, use the marketing that he learned from his dad, and all these different things.
Yeah.
And then in the owners' meeting, the summer or spring before Jimmy Johnson and him amicably split, right? They're at the meeting, and this is verified. And everybody's toasting to Jerry for the second Super Bowl and this whole thing. And Jimmy Johnson they were already beefing. He didn't raise his glass and toasted Jerry.
Really?
Jerry took it as disloyalty and immediately wanted to fire Jimmy Johnson, right? So you're going to sit here and tell me that Him trading away Micah shortly after requesting a trade, being very public in the disputes about everything, laying on the table, doing all these other things. You're going to sit here and tell me that this wasn't about vindictiveness or ego or anything like that? Because
Well, I want to touch on that, and I don't mean to cut you off, but that's a good point that you bring up, right? And I want to talk about. He says in the beginning of this conference that he had a deal with Micah, right? So I want to dive into the part where his ego hurt you guys again, and it seems like he wanted to avoid working with that agent particularly, and that's kind of where this led to him being traded. So can you give me a little more of that, because you know I can't imagine going to a guy and talking behind the scenes without his agent and trying to get a deal done verbally, to have it taken back to his agent. I mean, that just doesn't sound like good business to me at all, right?
the issue with it is that it's multiple pronged, right? Like this whole thing is both sides. Like I'm not going to sit here and blame Jerry for its entirety, because it's not entirely Jerry. Jerry is 50% the issue, 25% Micah, 25% David Mulligan, right? And I say this because Jerry is notorious for going to the players straight up, right? Like, and talking to them. And then if they say to him, I don't want to negotiate this, go to my agent, Jerry will oblige and go to the agent. He tried this with Dak. He tried this with Tony Romo. There was like a video circling. Romo was talking about it where Jerry and Bill Parcells squeezed him into this little like janitor's closet with a desk and tried to like press Romo into taking the deal that Jerry wanted him to take. And instead, Romo didn't crack under the pressure of it and basically was like, no, you're going to pay me what I'm worth if you want me to be here. And they agreed, and they paid him what he was worth at the time before he got his first big contract. Jerry likes to work with his players directly first. And then if he can't get it, then he'll work with the agents, right? Now, the other issue is that Micah opened his mouth last year and said,
Right.
I don't need to be paid top of the market as long as we go out and sign players, right?
He did.
And then you fast forward to this offseason and his tune's changing, but also Jerry's not signing players. He signed a lot of free agents. He signed a lot of players. He traded for George Pickens. He did do
Which
things.
I love.
Him and Steven did make moves, right? But Micah wasn't talking about saving them money for them to go out and get Peyton Turner, who was a first-round bust, or Kenneth Murray in a trade, a first-round bust. Or I'm sorry to say it because I know Kyer Elam went to Florida, Kyer Elam, who was a first-round bust. He was talking about guys like Talanoa Hufanga. He was talking about
just
guys
don't
like
succeed.
Drain Greenlaw. Talking about guys like Travarius Ward. Those are the guys you go out and you get, and if he's going to save you money. And instead, they signed a bunch of Amazon delivery drivers who have failed as first-round picks in the NFL. All right, no disrespect to Amazon delivery drivers.
We love Amazon, by the way.
You get me a lot of packages pretty damn quick. And you know
if you need a driver, let me know. I'll go tomorrow.
That's where I kind of stand on it. And I think that Jerry's ego pushed Micah away, right? And I think that Micah's ego and David Mulligeta's tactics pushed Jerry away.